Yes, I'm putting the camera on, and I have some seaweed here. I've been putting some seaweed into it, earlier on. I put some seaweed into the mix. People say, "Can you do that?" I said, "Yes, I can. I can do whatever I want, basically, because this is my home, and I can do whatever I feel like, because that's the way things are." So when I'm making the dough, earlier on I put some garlic in, fresh garlic. What I did was I got some garlic and some chilies, fresh chilies that I picked from my garden, the greenhouse out the back, and I put them into a little container like this. And I put some oil, vegetable oil, and some olive oil, small bit of water to stop the thing sticking together, and then I blended it like fuck with one of those blenders. Let me show you the blender I use. This is an absolutely incredible. It will blend up anything. You can even blend up milkshakes, smoothies, anything. All you have to do is plug it in. But as you can see, there is no plug on this wall. Shocking. The people are coming here every day watching me cook, and they say, "Why do you have to go inside into the kitchen with your blender? Why can't you put it in here?" I said, "Because there's no fucking plug." Look, no fucking plug. Incredible, strange but true, but that's the way it is. Yes. So someone suggested to me on the YouTube the other evening, they said, "Why don't you do a little cookery demonstration?" I said, "I will." So this is what I'm doing. My apron is down there in the bedroom. I think I should put that on. Yes, I have my apron. I can't. Someone said it wouldn't be a good idea not to be. I have to put that over here. Someone said you can't really be cooking without your apron on, because it won't look professional. I said, "That's true. They said, "What's with the cap and the glasses?" I said, "Well, Interpol have a search warrant out for me." Interpol? Yes. Apparently, I did something on the computer, interfered with one of the security networks or something. I published some documents, relating to the American election, Trump and all that. This is a scone. This is a scone that I cooked a few days ago. It's very tasty. Now the main reason I'm showing you this scone at this moment is because I'm hungry and I'm going to have a bite of it. There. So, see here, we're putting into the pizza mix. I'm also putting in some fresh dillisk. This dillisk was picked a couple of weeks ago by some of our amazing dillisk pickers. You want to see them in action? They're fantastic. Yes, a lot of people. I'm going to leave you for a moment. I'll leave you in the hands of Sir Charles. Is that okay, Sir Charles? Yes, well, lots of people, they fail to realise the difficulties with picking fresh dillisk. Not only is there a chance you could catch hypothermia, I prefer to take the dillisk apart with my fingers. I'm that type of guy. Not only is the threat of hypothermia a constant threat, especially in the winter months, but also there has been rumours of polar bears. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not, because we do pick in the west of Ireland, but there are rumours, as I said, and you have to take everything with a pinch of salt around here, because that's what the type of people, the type of bastards we're dealing with. But you never know. So, apart from the fact that you could get hypothermia, or even a cold or a flu, you could get any amount of illnesses down there on the shore. It's dangerous work. That's why they call it the shore. Yes. as I said earlier on, we put some flour and yeast and sugar, and the chili, garlic, onion mix, and that went in with the flour, yeast, water, salt. No salt, we put the seaweed in instead, and mix it all up together. So this is going to be a savoury pizza recipe. It's to be like a savoury recipe. We're trying to make the pizza dough more of a health-orientated dough, so that when people eat it, they will say, oh my God, not only was it a beautiful, tasty pizza, but it's got all this lovely, it's got the seaweed, the dillisk, the carrageen moss, it's got the chili peppers, the ginger, the garlic, and the chopped onions. All these things are very good for you if you have them in the right proportion and if they're placed in the right bowl. You see, this is the right bowl, this is a white bowl, and it's about the right size. The reason I say it's about the right size is if you had this bowl and you were outside walking, say down by the seashore or something, and it started raining, it is very simple to put the bowl on your head, and it's like an umbrella, except it doesn't have any handle, unless you were to stick something like this into the center of the bowl with glue or something, you know. People have been asking me for years, why don't I do some kind of cookery exhibition, and here I am. Yeah? When the dough is sticky, you wouldn't believe the amount of dough I've made over the years. I was a restaurateur back in the day. I had cafes all over the world. I had one in San Francisco, London, Hong Kong, Paris, Berlin, you name it. It was a chain, a super chain. It was called Mad Mix Pizza Emporiums. It was the name he had on it, but you know, that was it. Serbia. This is the part that can get tricky. So, I used to have a landlord in Galway, and his name was Tricky Dicky. And I used to say to him, look here, Tricky Dicky, what do you want? And he said, you know what I want. I said, I don't know what you want. That's why you're called Tricky Dicky. You come in here asking for one thing, you're looking for something else. A glass of fresh water around 5:30 in the evening. Every evening, 5:30, glass of fresh water. Just to keep my metabolism rounded, you know. Yeah, so. Enough of Tricky Dicky. We're talking about the dough now. And the reason that at this point in the dough making process is tricky. It's tricky because the dough is sticky. And we like to call this our sticky tricky moment. So again, we put more flour in, and we knead it like this. We put more flour in. And God fucking forbid if we run out of flour, then we will be left with sticky, tricky, sticky dough, you know. And that is no good. So I'm going to try and, the plan is this evening, but I just have to leave for one moment. I'm going to put you in the hands of Bartholomew now, another acquaintance of ours. And he will be finishing off the dough. Isn't that okay, Bartholomew? Don't you worry about it. I have got everything under control. You know? The sticky tricky bit, oh, it's not going to bother me. I've pounded these dough balls all my life. No better man to be doing a bit of pounding up the dough. Oh yeah. Oh, I can smell that garlic. You can smell the garlic and the chilli in it now, I tell you. It's quite pungent. But it's got that earthy flavour when it's mixed with the flour. People say get the fuck out of here. But it's true. I didn't even have time to get my hair, go down and get prepared today. I was called in, emergency. Apparently, the other fella that was here at the beginning, Sylvester, he's having some kind of problems with Interpol. I said to him, I said, you don't want to be messing around with those intelligence agencies. God knows what the fuck will happen. He said, I don't care. I like a bit of excitement. He only told me recently that he's an international man of mystery. I said, get the fuck out of here. He said, no. I've been an international man of mystery all my life. Well, since he got to 18, that's what he said. He wasn't an international man of mystery as a child, because that would have been pushing it, as he said himself. So I said, how can I become an international man of mystery? He said, well, I can't tell you that. I said, go on. We're work associates. He said, it's classified, top secret. I said, for fuck's sake, Sylvester, tell me. It'd be great if I was an international man of mystery. I could go into the local bar and all the women be crawling all over me. And the men. He said, well, even though it's top secret, if I were to tell you, I said, will you? No, he said, if I were to tell you how to become an international man of mystery, you might tell someone else. And then he said, he said he could walk into a bar in London or Paris or wherever, and it'd be full of fucking international men of mystery. And none of the people, the women or whatever, would be interested in him. He said, that's why it's top secret. I said, get the fuck out of here. I said, you have your point, but you could tell me. He said, I'll talk about it later. Now,